everybody. This video is about Mexico. I am giving you 5 reasons to visit Zacatlán of the Apples. By the end of watching this, you'll know a little more about Zacatlán. Stay through the end of this video and you'll find suggestions, for instance, how to get there and an idea of how much it can cost. Five reasons to visit Zacatlán of the Apples. This town is known in Spanish as Zacatlán de las Manzanas, and it has to do with the land and climate, very good for growing apple trees. But the Pueblo Mágico offers a lot more. A friend and I recently visited Zacatlán, and we were amazed with its natural beauty, culture, and most of all, its wonderful people. I'm sharing with you just 5 of many reasons why I recommend visiting Zacatlán de las Manzanas. Zacatlán de las Manzanas is located in the northern sierra of the state of Puebla, in Mexico, a few hours east of Mexico City. At a high altitude, it is a jungle where fog covers the towns back and forth every afternoon. Sometimes the neblina, or fog, covers the town all day, and funny enough, it sometimes doesn't appear at all. It rains plenty, but there are many sunny days. The land is fertile, and so agriculture abounds. I am now sharing with you 5 reasons to visit this Pueblo Mágico. Number 1, taste frutal and herbal wines and locally produced sidra, which is made of, apples, manzanas.
Así es. Se llama tapango, lleva 3 años de fermentación, 80% de jugo y 20% de agua.
Entonces hay muchísimo que ver en Coatzala.
Muchísimo que ver, sí.
Ivor Gilbert Martinez is a third-generation cider and winemaker. He's showing us bottles of wine made from apricots and apples.
Aquí en Zacatlán, toda la fruta es de aquí de Zacatlán. Y ahorita le comento el tradicional, que es también de manzana, el que se inició con esta degustación. Y después tenemos el que también se conoce como 14
And there is one
hierbas.
known as
Ese de
14 hierbas, 14
anís,
different types of
toronjil,
herbs,
cedrón,
and aguardiente.
limón, hierbabuena, menta.
Número 2, number 2. You've got to see the outstanding Vitro Murales, created in 2014 by local artists and volunteers. There's a whole story about it, which I will tell you in another video. But for now, as artist Cefe Cruz tells us, these murals made of mosaic are made with a lot of love for Zacatlán and with very little resources. And yet, check this out. Number 3, enjoy delicious pan de queso, tlacoyos, mole, and other antojitos. I'm talking about food, man.
Lucha, dígame lo que su restaurante ofrece. Por ejemplo, ¿qué es la especialidad de la casa?
Mire, nuestro restaurante ofrece lo más típico de Zacatlán, que son nuestros clacloyos, el mole poblano, nuestro pan típico de queso. Tenemos un huevo estilo Zacatlán, que es un huevo con salsa, con sus frijolitos de olla. O sea, solo típico de nuestro Zacatlán. Y nuestros postres, que son deliciosos, en manzana.
Número 4, number 4. Meet the inhabitants of indigenous roots who speak Nahuatl. That will be a very interesting experience and something that will add to your understanding of humanity. Meet Margarita Mora. She is an indigenous woman in San Miguel Tenango, a few miles from Zacatlán. She was kind enough to explain to us what a typical dress is made of, and she was very proud showing us what her dresses mean and how they are made. And one thing that it really got our attention is where all of those colorful designs come from. She says, we love flowers and nature. We love the gardens in our backyards. We love flowers, Margarita said. Number 5, absorb the views, the weather, and the beautiful surroundings. Now, I want you to really get Zacatlán, and so I have prepared the answers to very important questions. But before, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will really appreciate if you share this video with your friends and family via Facebook or WhatsApp. Okay, let's keep going. Here is a Q&A. How long should my visit be? Zacatlán is worth visiting for more than a day. I will say a weekend trip is perfect. Depending on how much you would like to explore, 3 to 4 days sound great. If you will want to be close to nature for a while or to explore indigenous communities, there are about 200 small towns or rancherias around. I will suggest a week in the area based in Zacatlán. How much does it cost? The prices for stays in Zacatlán are reasonable, whether it is through local hotel, hostels, or Airbnb. Prices in March 2021 were in the range of 500 to 1,200 pesos, or about $25 to $60. But please note, this is just to give you an idea. What are the prices for food? Costs for food vary, but a decent breakfast can cost you 80 to 160 pesos, or about $4 to $8. That is considering a $1 for 20 pesos equivalency. Dinner could be in the range of 200 to 400 pesos, or $10 to $20. And for this, you may want to add the cost of alcoholic drinks. It is safe to say that one person can dine handsomely for about $30, I will say. Now, if you drink a lot, well, just add that to the numbers, okay? Many travelers prefer the price and the feeling of local markets, where you can buy chalupas or a delicious soup and a drink for 30 to 50 pesos, or about $1.50 to $3. You can find those prices at the local markets or from vendors in the corner or at mom and pop's restaurants. How long does it take to get there? Well, if you're driving from Mexico City, I suggest to take the route to the city of Puebla, which takes approximately 2 to 3 hours. You may want to consider having lunch or antojitos, that means snacks, in Puebla. Now, from Puebla, drive north to the Sierra Norte. You'll pass the towns of Apizaco and Xignahuapan. Once you pass the town of Tomatlán, you'll be very close. From Puebla to Zacatlán is about 3 hours by car. By bus, it takes approximately 3 hours and 45 minutes. If you're taking the bus from Puebla, that is what my friend and I did, make sure to check the schedules. You'll have to go to a bus terminal known as Capu in the city of Puebla. Here's another good question. Is it safe? Well, contrary to what international news and other reports say about Mexico, Mexico is a country as safe as many so-called safe countries. To be honest, I wish that the Department of Tourism of Mexico or the government will invest in showing and branding Mexico strongly as a safe destination.
So based on your experience, what do you think about the reputation that Mexico has that is not safe in general?
I would totally have to disagree. Since I have arrived, I have felt very, very safe. Everybody is super kind. everything is, there's a lot of security in a way. I mean, especially in Puebla, if you go to the little villages, it feels very safe, like no theft. I didn't feel like I would have to carry my bag looking around people. It feels very relaxed. I didn't feel like it's insecure or it's unsafe. And
the state of Puebla is in general a safe place for tourists. Specifically, the towns in the Sierra Norte, which Zacatlán de las Manzanas is part of, are safe. Usually the pueblos mágicos have a focus on making sure tourists feel welcomed and safe. Many towns like Zacatlán have a policía turística, or police for tourism. The towns are well lit and people appreciate visitors. One can safely walk the streets, especially the ones near landmarks and other tourism-focused destinations. Of course, people must take reasonable precautions, but that is everywhere in this world. And so, is it safe? It was for me and my friend in our visit in March 2021. Is the Sierra Norte of Puebla COVID safe?
Tell us a little bit more about COVID, right? You were traveling. What is it that you saw? Do you think is safe during the pandemic to travel? In this case, throughout Puebla, right? Based on your experience.
you have to wear masks, you have to keep the 6 distance. Everything's very clean. Every time you enter somewhere, they take your temperature, they spray you up, even in the shoes. I feel like that they're doing a really good job with safety during the pandemic in Mexico.
Beautiful Zacatlán, isn't it? Well, I would like to say a few things for your consideration. Area in the Sierra Norte of Puebla, at least 90% of the population is indigenous. And that means most likely they speak Nahuatl and Spanish. And then the rest of the population is like myself. You know, we're a mix. We're descendants of indigenous, but also of either Spanish or French. Sometimes we get annoyed when a lot of people are trying to sell things to us when we're traveling. But for your consideration, maybe buy a little something. And that way you contribute to the local economy and you also bring with you a little bit of culture. So if you can buy a little bit or a lot, go ahead when you visit Zacatlán. And now let me show you what I bought. This napkin holder is an apple. It's in Zacatlán. I bought it directly from the artisan and it cost me 50 pesos. Of course, if you go to another store, the price might be a little offset. Go visit Zacatlán. My friend and I had a wonderful time. And every time I go to the Sierra Norte, it's just beautiful and people are just wonderful. Well, my name is Lupita Peimbert, and I'd like to ask you this. Please make a comment, share this video with your friends, give it a like if you find value. I make these videos from my heart because I want to make sure the people get to know the wonderful places in Mexico and the United States and in the world, that if we go there and we find out that local culture, we're going to find out it's just wonderful. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Like my videos, okay? And subscribe if you may. Bye-bye.